Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction. And in today's morning messages, we are going to dive deep into how to surrender and how to let go and how to understand what we're all going through this past week and this upcoming week. I don't know about you all, but it has been a high intensity type of energy where you kind of feel like you're being squeezed, and it's our ego. It is not our intuition. It is our ego wanting to push us. It's not trusting. It doesn't want you to trust the universe. It doesn't want you to let go of anything. It wants you to attach to everything, every addiction, every person. And we have to learn to release, take a deep breath, and do the ultimate test of surrender. If you've never read the book, The Surrender Experiment, I highly recommend. It is one of my favorite books ever. I listened to it over and over again. And it is a part of the premise of the book. Oh, check out that glimmer of light, you guys. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron are here with us. The Surrender Experiment is all about getting out of your own way. And when the universe brings you an opportunity, you don't overthink it. If it's brought to you, you sit there, you use your discernment to see if it's healthy for you. You know, we don't just jump into anything, but you sit there and you go, okay, this was just brought to me. I'm not really sure I know how to do it. I'm not sure if I know how to do this type of work, but for some reason, I'm being guided to take this job, to date this person, to go to this event. And you just have to surrender. And that little voice inside of you that's trying to find all the reasons why you shouldn't do it, you have to turn that out, turn that off, and just go. And this is something that for the last month, I've been really successful in a lot of different things. I've really stepped into my masculine energy, and I've been creating and doing. But also I have been too much in my ego, thinking that it's all me and that I'm in charge and I can create my reality. And that's not it. I was brought a couple different opportunities and I blew them off thinking that they were going to pull me away from what I wanted to do. And that was a very humbling experience. And I just had a healing session yesterday with my mentor, and it was perfect. It was just what I needed. It brought me back to my feminine flow, and I'm back into this complete surrender and complete trust in that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm not going to jump ship. I am not going to quickly grab on for branches all around me to save me. I am going to trust that my inner knowing has me where I'm at, and the universe will provide. And for me, it's financially. So whatever you guys are going through, whether it's finances and you feel like you need to make a big decision to set yourself up to be in a better spot, you might not be. You might be being called to sit and trust that if there's no money and you have to pay these bills over here, the universe might not allow you to move or to get a job or to create an opportunity for you to get this money, because it's saying, trust me. It's saying, trust me, I will provide for you. I will pay your bills. But you have to sit in this knowing and breathe deeply in your body and know that you are taken care of. We have to know that we can be okay without money. We can be okay without a home. We can be okay without food, because in the end, we're not really going to be without it, because the universe is always going to bring it to us. But our mind and our ego needs to know. It needs to know when it's coming next. It needs to know it's safe and it has it. And if it doesn't have it, it needs to go out and create it. And that's where my mindset was this past month. And I had to chill, see the ego, and be like, holy cow, where did my spiritual self go? I stopped going out in nature. I stopped doing all the things that my feminine flow used to do. So this was a humbling experience for me, and I'm sharing it because I know a lot of people are going through this right now. If you are tight with finances, or if you're feeling strapped in your life and you need to make a decision, your ego might be wrecking you, and it might be trying to tell you that you need to do it, and it's beating you up for not doing it sooner, or whatever it is. You can sit back and be patient and know that you will be guided to the right decision when the time is right. And I am being guided right now to this book that I bought at Barnes & Noble. It's called Creating Money. I feel called to share an excerpt with you guys. I don't know which one, so we're gonna just flip open and see what happens. Real fast, I forgot my sage. We're gonna do a quick little opening of sacred space. I know I burned my candle, but I didn't do my sage. And for those of you that are new to my channel, wow, did you guys see that light again? Yeah. I don't know what I was just gonna say. Oh, if you're new to my channel, I always open sacred space to allow the messages that you all need to come through. And I usually use Palo Santo, but I'm out of Palo Santo, so I'm using my sage. It comes in a sage bundle, but you don't, as I spill it everywhere, you don't have to burn the bundle. You can break off little tiny pieces like this, and you can burn them on a plate and they last longer. So you're not burning through your bundle. So I highly recommend saving it. I'm all about saving stuff and not overusing or wasting. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please open sacred space. Please bless the cards. Please cleanse my energy. Allow only the whitest light to come through. Bring us all the messages that we need to hear today. Please bring us comfort around our finances, around our abundance. Please remind us that we need to return to nature. Nature is the most abundant place on earth. And when we spend time in nature, we are attracting more abundance in money, in love, and peace and joy. Please remind us that. Do not let us forget that. And please open up this beautiful flow of energy so we can receive your guidance. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Space has been opened. Let's see what page they're going to bring us. Archangel Michael, what page do you want us to hear today? All right. We have, I honor and use my special skills and abilities. Perhaps one of your highest skills is counseling people. You may have a knack for assisting people in finding solutions to their problems and creating new visions for themselves. You can find ways to use these skills in any job you have and thus do your life's work more fully right now. Or these skills may lead to some form of counseling as your full-time profession. The more opportunity you have to do activities you love, the more you will make the contribution you came to make, and the more abundance you will attract. Archangel Michael, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. How perfect was that? That is exactly what we needed to hear. Sometimes our special gifts are not our full-time profession yet, but our ability to help people is what we came here to do. And with our ability to help people, that can turn into, you know, if we're just helping somebody at Wawa or at the grocery store, or we're helping a friend by counseling them through a text message, that can lead, that could be showing you what you're really good at. And if you resonated with that message and you're like, yeah, that's me. Oh my gosh, I am always being told that I always give people the right advice. The universe is going to line it up for you to go and use that skill to earn a living. I'm going to make a YouTube video later today. My manifesting videos are getting a lot of traction on the tube, so I'm super pumped. Thank you all who are liking and subscribing. It makes me feel so good that you're loving my messages, and all your comments on those videos are fabulous. I'm loving interacting with you all. But it has been such a joy to watch my channel grow, just like a little bit more, you know, couple more subscribers every day makes me feel good. So I'm going to make a video later today about how to speak to your money and how to attract more money and how to appreciate the money before you attract it. So I'm gonna use a little example about writing a letter to your money, and I have to call it Mr. Green. Mr. Green, thank you so much for blessing me with your money so that I can do the work that I came here to do. I'm not asking for your money so that I can be selfish and use it for myself. I want the money to provide a space for me to film, to share these messages, provide a space for me to house clients, to feel safe in my environment. So I write letters to Mr. Green, which is my abundance, our abundance, and I thank him for giving me the funds to do what I came here to do. And I'm inviting you all to do the same thing. So check out that video later today. I'm going to post it. Okay, so we're going to start off pulling some cards. We're going to do an energy report for this upcoming week, which is the 13th through the 20th. So let's see, what is the energy for the 13th through the 20th? Thank you, Spirit. A celebration is coming, new partnerships, marriage, pregnancy, moving, an opportunity, promotion. You are worthy of this abundant time. Soak in the deliciousness. Thank you, Spirit. What a wonderful message. And I just got another message that when we surrender, that's what happens. When we finally let go and stop gripping the wheel and trying to control our lives and beating ourselves up for where we're at, and we finally let go, we sit back in our cars and we're just enjoying the sunshine. We're having good conversations. We're counseling people. We are being of service and offering our special talents out into the world to add value. That's when you get your celebration. We don't do it for the celebration, but it ends up being a byproduct of that. My chest feels heavy right now. I'm not sure if somebody else is feeling that. Could use a good rub. All right, the buffalo. How wild is this? This one's for me. The buffalo is my spirit animal for this month, and it's all about going through a storm and knowing that buffalo, the bison, they just go right through the storm. They don't go around it. They know the quickest way through is through it. It says, your fear is not real. It's a story you are telling yourself. That's that ego. Remember, I told you it's pushing you. It's telling you you're not doing enough and you need to do more. We need to put that to rest. Your fear is not real. It's a story you are telling yourself. The buffalo reminds us to face our stories head on. Pave a new path in your mind. Heck yes. I love that message. All right, let's do an angel card. Energy report for this week, 13th through the 20th, please, Spirit. Acceptance. Accept your path, I just heard. Where you are is where you're meant to be, so accept it. And I also, wow. I wish I could take my necklace off right now to show you guys, but this, I don't know if you can see it. She's facing the opposite way, but my necklace, I don't know why. I'm intuitive and I do things sometimes and I don't know why I do it, but I went into my closet and I was digging through some stuff and I found a little box with all of my daughters. My daughter passed away about 9 years ago and I have a bunch of her stuff in like a cute little box. And I had a little note that was written to me from my mom, who's still living. And she gave me this necklace, which it was my great-grandmother's, my great-great-grandmother's. So from like 1889. And I felt called to start wearing it. I don't know if her spirit is with me. I don't know why. I don't know who this woman is on this necklace. My mom said it's not anything like famous or anything. It's just a beautiful stone and it's shaped in the shape of a woman looking, and it's this. Like, this is the necklace. It's a woman looking to her side. So I feel like my great grandmother is here with us, and she's here to say that when we accept our lives and how they are unfolding and understanding that sometimes we can't see the next step or the next 10 steps, we can only see like one little step that we're supposed to take right now. We have to accept our path. And I know this card, when I read it from the book, it's all about like, sometimes in life, we have to accept certain lessons that we need to learn, and it's difficult and it's trying. And sometimes we have to move out of uncomfortable situations because that's part of our path. And I just feel like some people are in partnerships where they're kind of just accepting it and saying, this is how it is. I don't have a choice, but you do have a choice. But there might be a lesson in that. So it's kind of like accepting where you are. Here's a great example. I just got a message that to share this. So it was Friday night. So today's Sunday. Friday night, I had a woman come here who she could tell she was a little shaken up when she got here. She was nervous. She was a mess. And she just was like, I need guidance. I need help. and she's married, and she is working with somebody, and they built a connection, and it's her partner for life. She knows it. She just met him, and she's just like, I know who, this is my true love that I've been waiting for my whole life, that I didn't know existed. And they're together, they're working together. There's rumors around the place that they work that they're together, and it's trying and it's hard. And she finally told her husband that she's not happy. And, he kind of is not getting the picture. And she was sitting across from me in the reading, and she was looking for guidance on like how to move forward. Like, how do I continue making this choice for myself and for my family, because I am not happy. Like, even her kids were saying like, Mom, you're just not happy. Like, how come you don't laugh like you do with your friends? Why don't you laugh like that at home? And it's because she's just accepted this relationship that is not healthy for her. And thank God this new person came along and woke her up and like showed her how unhappy she was. So she's being really brave, and she's taking the leap, and she's going to tell her husband, like, listen, I've met somebody else. I'm not happy. We need to make plans to separate. And in those situations, like, that's a heavy conversation, right? So if you've been through that before, I know a lot of my viewers, they've been through divorces, they've been through breakups. A lot of you guys are my clients. A high five. You are brave. You are so strong. But it is not easy. And she holds so much guilt because she has 2 kids, and she's worried that they're going to be so affected by this. And I had to remind her that I get to sit across from so many people that are going through this, and their kids, like a year later, after all the changing happens, right? The transition happens. A year later, those kids are so much happier because they're finally seeing their mom in a happy place. So before, they were wondering why their mom was so sad all the time, but they also weren't really sure if that was, just how mom is. But now they're seeing her changing, and they're like, wow, you really were sad. So sometimes when we think it's a bad decision, kind of like the buffalo, we think we have to like beat around the bush and just kind of wait it out. Sometimes you just have to go right through the storm and say, you know what, I'm going to choose myself. I'm going to have this conversation, and I don't want to be stuck in the situation and just accept it. I'm going to accept that this big next move is a part of my path, and I have to take it because it is your livelihood. It's you going to bed at night with yourself. And if you're putting your head on your pillow and you're not happy, it's just, we want you to be happy. God wants you to be happy. He wants you in the greatest love that there is. So the celebration is coming. You can do this. Don't know who I'm talking to, but whoever needs to hear this message. All right, let's end this reading. Wow, with 3 cards. And I just heard this is about abundance again. So we're going back to money. Holy shit. Cultivating prosperity. And I said it before we even turned it over. The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. Yay. Cherishing self. I accept and love myself. I see this as when you choose yourself, and when you are like putting good food in your body, you're buying yourself flowers. See the roses? You're making like a warm coffee or tea for yourself. When you are nurturing yourself, you are cultivating your prosperity, because you're finally settling down and saying, I trust that I'm going to be taken care of. The next card is communicate freely. I communicate from the depths of my being. Holy cow, having that conversation like I talked about. When you communicate freely, you are nurturing yourself. You are choosing you. And then when you do that, I just got a message that when we're in love, we attract abundance, because we are abundant in love. When I use the word abundance, I don't always mean money. Okay. In my mind, when I'm saying it, it's not always money. Abundance means like tons of love, tons of growth, tons of joy, and then tons of money too. So when we communicate our needs to ourselves, to our guides, to our higher power, to our partners, to our children, when we say what we need, And then we nurture ourselves through that and stay firm and say, no, I'm choosing myself. This is what I desire. The universe sees you aligning, and then it starts to cultivate that abundance it'll give you the money and the funds to go take action to do those things. So here's an example. That client I was telling you about on Friday night, I told her that when she decides to fully separate from her husband, the universe will literally give her an apartment to move into. It will start showing up and providing her the red carpet that she needs to walk down to take the next steps, because she's choosing herself. She's cherishing herself. She's accepting her path and she's walking it. And when you walk the path, every door opens for you. Okay. It all just kind of unfolds very effortlessly. When you are not choosing yourself and when you are not on your path, all these doors close. There's no job opportunities. There's no love. There's no money. You are stagnant. You are self-destructing. You're numbing. It's like everything stops because God's trying to say, you're not choosing you. You're hurting you. So you need to communicate freely with yourself and journal and say, what do I need to do to set myself free? How can I detach from everything in my life and know that I'm being taken care of by a higher power? And when you do that, that's when everything starts to open back up for you. And then you learn the lesson of, oh, wow, I see how I stayed in something that was keeping me stuck in my ego. And I was trying to force it and I was trying to force it and nothing was happening for me. And it's like when you finally surrender and say, okay, I'm just going to say what I want and choose myself. And then all of a sudden the red carpet gets rolled out for you. So remember, I just was guided back to look at my Creating Money book. Your skills and your ability to counsel people is your special gift. So maybe ask God in the universe to bring you an opportunity to use it. And then be patient for like the next 7 days. Just see what is brought to you. See if somebody offers you this opportunity to go work somewhere. Even if it's not a lot of money, take it. The universe is bringing you your next steps, and it might be introducing you to people that will guide you to a higher paying job. Okay, so be open, be so open to whatever comes your way in the next 7 days, because whatever it is, it's cultivating that prosperity. And sometimes you have to be the buffalo and you have to move through the discomfort of that awkward conversation of whether it's with a job, with a partner, whoever, with a friend, with a parent, whatever trouble or struggle you're moving through, go right through the storm. You can do it. I'm doing it too in my life. I went for a healing session yesterday because I'm like, I am not giving up. I am going to figure this out. I am going to surrender and I'm going to let God show me where he needs me and where I can be best of service. So you guys, I encourage you to do the same. All right, I'm off my soapbox. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe for more of these beautiful messages from our guides and our angels. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you, Archangel Metatron. I am going to close these out. All right, lovies. I'm going to try and do my morning messages maybe like 3 days a week now. I'm really loving creating my other videos and my other content. So I'm going to try to get on here like 3 days a week. Eventually, I'll probably get a schedule so you know when they're coming. But again, I'm moving through some difficult situations in my life, so I'm kind of going with the flow too. All right, sending you so much love. Have a wonderful Sunday. Peace out.